arrangements of the Tinubu-led administration. There's no need to explain it to Nigerians that it has been terrible and it has been hard. Anybody that needs explanation on the hunger, the poverty, the starvation, and the suffering of the masses is basically just joking. Probably is not living in this country. So when these masses are hungry and suffering and tired for a government that has existed for 1 year and there's nothing to show for it, there's a need for mass resistance. And that's why we are calling on Nigerians and June 12th, come out and join us to resist against this oppression. You cannot beg Tinubu to make your life better. You cannot plead with it. You cannot agonize. You cannot cry. No matter how cry you cry, these people are less interested. But you have to put your boot on the ground and hit the street. And our demands are very clear. We are saying, end this hardship. It's getting too much. It's getting so bad. People are killing themselves and committing suicide. People can't go to school. Reduce and stop fee hike. And the electricity tariff also should be reduced and back to normal. The fuel hike should be reversed and taken back to normal. These are the suffering of the masses. The masses are not requesting for SUVs that they are riding. They are not requesting for the biggest house. They are saying give them basic social amenities. Free healthcare should be affordable and available to all. So these demands are what we are talking about. The naira now is losing value every day and things are getting worse every day. Tinubu's government is confused, mismanaging resources, and totally not ready to get Nigerian life better. If they cannot do this thing, the work that they have said they got in whatever election that they did, he should resign honorably. That is it. That is it. He should resign honorably so that we can see who can do it better. And whoever gets there also not do it better should resign. Nigerian politicians must get used to leaving power when they cannot use it for the masses. And that's our demand on June 12th, and we are coming out in mass to make this demand. And we are not backing down until we get results.
Selling pepper, 3 pieces of tomato, 500 naira, 4 pieces of rodo, 1,000 reals.
In a country where we have abundant soil, vast lands and resources, and we cannot properly enjoy the proceeds from our farmlands. Why? Because transportation has become costly for those that are even planting. The government is not providing them with enough resources for them to have easy avenue to farm, modern resources and tools. Also, there's insecurity all over these regions that people are farming. Who is going to solve the problem? Is it me and you? Of course not. I'm not in control of security. I'm not in control of the resources of the nation. It is the government, and they must solve this problem. We cannot continue to be feeding like puppets in the midst of plenty while they are enjoying. Some people have gone to outside of this country more than 20 times since he became president in 1 year, spending our resources. We saw how much they say governors are using for just their refreshment. Why people cannot buy tomato and pepper? Enough is enough. It has to stop.
Thank you so much. Lastly, Nigeria new national anthem.
It's a joke and a distraction. Uh, we have bigger issues. How the president thought of that, oh, let's change national anthem now, when all the problems we have, they are not ready to change the school fees hikes that they have been doing all over the country. They are not ready to change the fuel subsidy back to the fuel price back to normal, or there's a tariff that is going high and high, but they are changing national anthem. It's a distraction. I'm not going to learn such. I don't have time I'm too busy to be learning new national anthem when I don't even know what to eat and where next to get free health care. No, that should be less of our problem. Nigerians should laugh at that joke and demand better issues from the president. It's not a priority, it's a joke. Thank you very much.
Decision of some people, all of us are facing the consequences. And it's so sad because we predicted all of this before the election. That when you vote in people who are neoliberals, and all of their policies on the economy of our country is neoliberal policies, these things are bound to happen. Because when you listen to all these Bretton Woods institutions and all their policies, you are bringing it down here. What they are interested in is not the development of African people. So when you listen to their advices on how to run your economy, you are likely to put your people into doom and mass impoverishment of the people as well. And that's what we are facing. That's what. And whenever we talk about this, that if Nigerian people don't wake up as early as possible, we've not seen anything yet. At least you're still buying pepper of 1,000 naira. In the next 4 5 years, you'll be buying pepper for 10,000 naira per cook. And whenever we say all these things, whenever we make these predictions, people think, no, we are not being positive, we are not patriotic. That's what people say. But this is the fact. This is the reality. You know, and country economies are not run by emotions. It is facts. This is what will happen if you continue on this neoliberal path of doom. This is what will always happen to a country like ours.
So what do you think is the best trends about around the corner spirit was celebrating?
Yeah, I mean, the only celebration that we are calling for is a mass revolt on June 12th. That's the only way the highly impoverished people of Nigeria can actually celebrate this June 12th by coming out to the streets in mass. This is the only celebration that their own spirit self will be fulfilled if they can carry out this industrial action and make it as massive as possible. And our prediction is that if people can do what they are supposed to do, this can lead to the proper revolution that we've been asking for. Because a lot of people always ask, what's your plan for 2027? What are we supposed to do by 2027? If we can have our revolution and our freedom and our liberty in 2024, 2025, why wait till 2027? So people should be ready to come out next week, Wednesday, June 12th, for this mass action. Hungry, we are hungry protest. Even though you are not hungry, the majority of the people are hungry. So it is your duty to come out in solidarity with the hungry Nigerian.
Bola Tinubu assumed power. Yeah, and during the inauguration speech, yeah, he made a statement, and that statement has triggered a lot of things. And some of the resultant effect is the inflation rate when the subsidy was gone. But now, well, we just heard yesterday from the finance minister that over 5 trillion naira will be spent on subsidy this year. But at first, the president said subsidy is gone. So it tells you about the deceit nature of this governance. Being transparent to people, giving the right information to the people, I think that should be the first stage of getting the people to support your government. But when you keep telling lies over and over, hooking up lies to cover up another lies, it shows the sincerity on the part of the government. I think the resultant effect is what we are seeing also. Panic, and due to the devaluation of the naira also has led us to this sorry state. Inflation rate is over 38% now, and that is the official figure. But you and I know that it's much more than that, because look at the price of drugs in the market now. Look at the price of foodstuff. Pepper is out of reach of the common man. So it tells you something is really, really wrong. And this is just few days to the Salah festival now. So I'm imagining at the moment how our Muslim brothers and sisters will be able to shop with the limited resources at their disposal at the moment. It tells you something that Bola Tinubu has failed already. Is clueless to address the socio-economic condition of the country at the moment.
Do you think the new Nigerian national items, the old national items, just is a good idea?
Yeah, okay, assuming without considering that it's a good idea. When staff salary earner are not even are unable to even purchase basic needs. Rice is out of reach, beans is out of reach, pepper is out of reach. So we are for now. I think it's just a diversionary approach on the part of the government, just to push the narrative off their shoulders and let Nigeria start talking about the old national anthem, because it doesn't address any issues we are going through now. It doesn't address the insecurity. It doesn't address the poverty rate. It doesn't address the mass closure of companies who are folding up daily because they are being suffocated over the economic condition in the country now. So of course, it doesn't address any question at the moment. I think even if assuming that is a good idea, the timing, I don't think all the issues I've mentioned now, returning the old national anthem will even address one of them. So I think the National Assembly have failed in their primary responsibility, because according to the Constitution, the primary responsibility of the National Assembly is to expose waste, corruption, inefficiency of government, and this of the three primary responsibility of the National Assembly, the old national anthem doesn't fall into it.